Hi everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel Dr.Sreenivas Medical Concepts and my FB page Dr. Sreenivas Concepts. This is Dr. Sreenivas, neurologist from Rajahmundry, Andhra Pradesh, India. My email is sreeklpm@gmail.com. I'm also the medical author of the two books Focused Neurology and Exam Oriented Clinical Neurology. We are continuing with a series of lectures of prime neurology. There are going to be 50 parts of prime neurology, and if one listens to all these 50 episodes of prime neurology, one would have acquired a good knowledge of neurology. Right now we are on part 25 prime neurology, sleep disorders, part 1, introduction and stages of sleep. So today we are going to discuss the stages of sleep. Sleep is the condition of the body and mind that typically recurs for several hours every night, in which the eyes are closed, the postural muscles relaxed, the activity of the brain altered, and consciousness of the surroundings practically suspended. Most adults need 7 to 9 hours of sleep per night to promote optimal health. Disturbed sleep is one of the most common health complaints that physicians encounter. The stages of sleep. The stages of human sleep are defined on the basis of characteristic patterns in the EEG, electroencephalogram, EOG, electrooculogram, and EMG, electromyogram. Polysomnography. What is polysomnography? The continuous recording of these electrophysiologic parameters to define sleep and wakefulness is termed polysomnography. The stages of sleep. Polysomnographic profiles define two basic states of sleep. 1. Rapid eye movement. 2. Non-rapid eye movement sleep. The non-rapid eye movement sleep is further subdivided into 3 stages: N1, N2 and N3, characterized by an increasing threshold for arousal and slowing of the cortical EEG. REM sleep, the rapid eye movement sleep, is characterized by a low amplitude, mixed frequency EEG similar to NREM stage N1 sleep, and an EOG pattern of REMS that tends to occur in flurries or bursts. EMG's activity is absent in nearly all skeletal muscles except those involved in respiration, reflecting the brainstem mediated muscle paralysis that is characteristic of REM sleep. So in REM sleep there is atonia. EMG activity is absent in nearly all skeletal muscles except those involved in respiration, reflecting the brainstem mediated muscle paralysis that is characteristic of REM sleep. Nature has given this wonderful protection in the form of complete muscle paralysis during REM sleep, because most of the dreams occur during the REM sleep, that is the rapid eye movement sleep, where we keep on moving our eyelids. Sometimes when dreams occur, we may have a tendency to enact our dreams. So it may be harmful to our bed partners. So nature has given a wonderful protection in the form of paralysis of all muscles during REM sleep, so that we do not enact our dreams which occur during REM sleep. But there are certain disorders like Lewy body dementia, where there is REM sleep behavior disorder, where they enact their dreams. So in REM sleep there is complete paralysis of the muscles. Dreams occur during REM sleep, and therefore not to enact our dreams, nature has given a wonderful protection in the form of paralysis of muscles during REM stage of sleep. So stages of sleep, there are, you can see there is one normal wakefulness. You have alpha waves and beta waves. Then we have stage N1 sleep, where slowly they become drowsy and on recording we have theta waves. When a person enters into the N2 state, stage 2 N2, there are sleep spindles and there are K complexes. And when a person enters stage N3, that is slow wave sleep, there are delta waves. And finally we have REM sleep, where we have beta waves. So in the awake state, again there are two subtypes, one eyes open, two eyes closed. When the eyes are open, person is alert and active, we have beta waves on EEG. When the person is awake but eyes are closed, there's a decrease in a level of alertness, relaxations, and alpha waves appear. So alpha wave becomes prominent when the eyes are closed. So non-REM sleep, if we see, there are three categories. One is the stage 1, second is the stage 2, third is the stage 3, that is the deep sleep or slow wave sleep. In the stage N1, there is transition from wakefulness, somnolescent and drowsy, light sleep. And on EEG, we have theta waves. When a person enters stage N2, they are less responsive, they have deeper sleep, the heart rate and temperature decrease. It is the longest stage by total duration. And on EEG, we have theta waves and the characteristic sleep spindles and K complexes. What are sleep spindles? They are bursts of monomorphic 12 to 14 Hertz waves. And what are K complexes? They are negative sharp waves followed by positive component. Then the person enters into the stage 3, stage N3, deep sleep or slow wave sleep. It is a restful sleep, deepest non-REM stage, more difficult to arouse, body tissue growth and repair occurs, it decreases with age, and on EEG we get delta waves. So when we take the REM sleep, it's a dream state. Most of the dreams occur during REM sleep. EEG mixed low voltage pattern, sawtooth waves. Beta waves similar to awake state but with atonia. On EOG we have REM, irregular sharply peaked eye movements. EMG, as I said, there is atonia of voluntary muscles except eye and diaphragm, and inactivity due to inhibited alpha motor neurons. So in the REM state there is atonia, and there's a very interesting condition, narcolepsy, where they have an irresistible urge to sleep. The narcolepsy is because of absence of orexin, which is a wakefulness promoting hormone. When there is absence of orexin, they fall asleep quickly. And you must have noticed when person are about to fall asleep, they shake themselves. Why do they shake themselves? Because orexin is a hormone which can be stimulated by kinesia. And narcolepsy is because of absence or decreased levels of orexin. So when they are about to fall asleep, when we give a kinetic movement, orexin is produced so as to keep them awake. So it's a wonderful, exciting mechanism wherein when we are about to fall asleep, we give a kinetic movement so as to keep ourselves awake by stimulating the release of orexin. And second important feature is that in narcolepsy, they enter quickly into REM state. Generally, it takes 1 to 1.5 hours of N1, N2, N3 state to finish and then enter into REM. But in narcolepsy, they enter into REM stage quickly. So once they enter into the REM stage quickly, they have atonia, and that's why when someone cracks jokes or when they become emotional, they get cataplexy, loss of tone, and then they fall down. And they have hypnopumping and hypnagogic hallucination because REM stage is a dreamy stage and they enter quickly. So these are the categories of the REM sleep. We have EEG, EOG and EMG findings and beta waves. So basically it has atonia of voluntary muscles. It is inactivity due to inhibited alpha motor neurons. So these are the wonderful concepts, exciting concepts of the different stages of sleep. I hope you have enjoyed listening to this video on the stages of sleep. The other important concepts of clinical neurology I put in a book called Exam Oriented Clinical Neurology, written by me, Dr. Sreenivas. This book is published by White Army. This book will be very useful for students appearing for clinical neurology exams. If interested, this book could be purchased. The other book I've written is Focused Neurology. It contains all the essential points of neurology in a question and answer format. This book is written by me, S. Sreenivas, and published by CBS Publishers and Distributors. This book will be very useful for students appearing for orals and Viva exam. And this book is available online from all leading booksellers, including Amazon. So if interested, this book could be purchased online. As I said earlier, there are going to be 50 episodes of Prime Neurology, and if one listens to all these 50 episodes of Prime Neurology, one would have acquired a good knowledge of neurology. I hope you have enjoyed listening to these exciting concepts of different stages of sleep. If you have enjoyed, please like, subscribe and share my YouTube channel, Dr. Sreenivas Medical Concepts, which is India's leading neurology educational YouTube channel, and my web page, Dr. Sreenivas Concepts. Thank you. Bye.